So hi, I'm going to show you 4 watercolor techniques, but firstly it's very important that you divide your paper into 4. So how did I do that? I used the masking tape, okay? So just divide it into 4 using the masking tape. Now if you don't have a masking tape, you can use a Scotch tape or you can just draw a line using your pencil and ruler. So firstly, let's learn about crayon resist watercolor technique. You need oil pastel, okay? It's very important when you're doing crayon resist, use brighter colors. I think you learned about this in your vase, but let me just show you again as part of a watercolor technique. So it's very nice if you use white pastel or crayon. So here I'm trying to make a design. Okay, whatever design you like, but the important thing is you are using bright colors, okay? So bright colors will be nice, but you can also explore perhaps darker pastel, but you are going to use lighter watercolor. So, you know, with art, it's always fun to explore and to experiment. So after you draw with a pastel, you now are going to load your paintbrush with watercolor. So I want to try blue. Okay, you can see it there. I'm gonna try blue. So just paint over that, but it's nicer if it's really dark. But my watercolor is not that dark. But if you can notice here, how do you make your watercolor, your paint darker? Less water. So remember that if your watercolor, don't load your brush with too much water, just enough that you are able to get some paint. Then paint over the... There. So it's nice if you're using a paintbrush that's flat. Okay, so here it will be helpful if you have a paintbrush that is flat. This is flat paintbrush. So the good thing here, if you have a masking tape, then you don't worry if your paint will go over the line. Okay, over the edge of the other box. So this is it. Now the darker, so perhaps for example you're going to add some darker tones, you can also do that. See, I'm adding black. So there you go. It's nice if it's really dark. So you can experiment on that. You can have a darker tone in the middle. And now let's go to cotton ball. So with cotton ball, of course, you need a cotton ball, right? So just grab some cotton balls, and what you do is just decide what colors you're going to use and make sure it's a little bit moist. So for example, I just want to use cool colors plus warm color. Just experiment on it. So I want to try, for example, with yellow. So what you do is just to damp it with it creates a nice dry texture. You grab another tissue here. So if I add some, so here it don't make sure that your cotton is not wet with too much water. So just enough. So if it's beautiful if you combine dark and light colors. Okay. So next will be the alcohol, okay? So how do we do the alcohol is the next step here. But I think I will just cut this.